Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Today is December 24th, and I am 23 days post-op gastric bypass surgery. If you want to be technical, I am 3 weeks and 4 days. I wanted to give you guys, it's going to be 3 updates in one. It's going to be my statistical update, what I'm able to eat, and my non-scale victories or NSVs. I'm going to try to hurry through this because the last video was like 15-20 minutes long. So when I started this process back on February 11th, I weighed 255.8 pounds, which was my highest recorded weight. But for me, the highest weight I've seen on a scale was 260 pounds. And that was in December, January timeframe. Now when I started the pre-op 2-week pre-op liquid diet, I was starting at 230 pounds, and the day of my surgery I was 218. So I had lost a significant amount of weight between February and November, but I feel like I should have lost more, but beggars can't be choosers. I lost what I lost. Now these are my last 2-week updates. These are going to go into more of the inches wise. So on the 14th of December, I was 208 pounds. My BMI was 36.8. My measurements, my neck was 14. Both of my arms, like my chicken wings upper arms, were 17 inches. My chest was 42. My waist was 37.5. My hips were 48.5. My right thigh was 30. My left thigh was 29.5. My right calf was 17.5 inches, and my left calf was 17 inches. So it's a lot of numbers, and I did it really quick, and I'm sorry. But I am thrilled for this last part. So this next stat is an updated one from 12/22, which was on Tuesday. I weigh in every week at my psychotherapy's office because she has a medical grade scale that will not change if you step on and step off of it, and then step back on immediately thereafter. It's not going to change. It's going to be the same. So it's really consistent. So my weight there was 201 pounds, 201.5. So my BMI was 35.7. My measurements, my neck was 14. My left arm was 16.5. Right was 17. My chest was 42. My waist was 37. My hips were 46.5. My right and left thigh were 29, and my left and right calf were 16.5. So overall, I lost 6 inches total and 6.5 pounds in a week, which is extraordinarily good for me. Now, I had set a goal at the beginning of this on November 30th where I wanted to be in Wonderland by the new year. Now, in Wonderland, I mean anything under 200 pounds. I cannot remember a time where I was under 200 pounds in a healthy way, or I went about it the right way. Back in 2011, I had a lot of issues, and I was down to like 145, 150 pounds, but I was extraordinarily unhealthy in how I went about it. So being under 200 pounds before the new year, I set that goal for myself because it seemed to be the most obtainable goal for me. And I wanted to start the new year out of 200s and in Wonderland, which I cannot say confidently that I've ever been in a healthy way. So it looks like I may be there next week. I don't want to get my hopes up. I'm not planning on being there, just because I know that these stalls hit you out of nowhere, and I don't want to be like, oh my God, I'm going to be in Wonderland and get shot down because of a stall or something. So those are my stats. My total weight loss, I have 3 different tallies going from when I started back in February 11th, when I started on the 16th of November, and when I started actually the day of my surgery. So if you want to go back to February 11th, I have lost 54.3 pounds. From the 16th of November, which is my 2-week pre-op liquid diet, I lost 28.5 pounds. And since surgery, I've only lost 16.5, which I'm okay with because I'm losing a lot more inches than what the scale wants to tell me. And I've learned that I'm not going to let the scale define who I am. I'm going more based on how my clothes fit and what my measurements are. So I've clearly lost a lot more inches than actual pounds. So I will take what I can get. On to the next. What foods I can tolerate or what foods I can have. So from 2 to 4 weeks, you're supposed to be on like a pureed stage with like cottage cheese, pureed meats, fat-free refried beans, fat-free, sugar-free yogurt or Greek yogurt, low-fat cream soups, pureed egg substitutes, fish or canned tuna or chicken. My favorite by far is a pre-packaged tuna in water. It comes pre-made, like 2.5 ounces per serving, and sorry, my dogs are naughty. And I do that because they have like different flavors. They have like ranch and salt and pepper and garlic, and it's really, really convenient if you're kind of like in a quick hurry. I mix my tuna with the Greek yogurt because it can be substituted for mayonnaise, and I don't want to have that mayonnaise and it's really high fat and really heavy. So I just go with the Greek yogurt mixed in with tuna, tolerate it fine. Also cottage cheese and the pureed egg substitutes. I do egg whites because it's higher in protein, lower in fat, and not a lot of sugar. I stay away from the cream soups because it kind of goes right through me. I don't feel full or anything, and I could eat a lot of it at one time, and I don't like that. Sorry, Fred is so naughty right now. For weeks 4 to 6, I am supposed to be going to lean, moist meats like fish, chicken, turkey, ground turkey, shellfish, tuna salad, egg salad, ham salad, deli meats, chili, hard-boiled or poached eggs, sliced low-fat cheese, and meatloaf. And so what I had tried the other day is deli sliced chicken breast with fat-free cheddar shredded cheese, and I rolled three of them up because I used 2 ounces, and I got 3 little roll-ups, and I put cheese inside, stuck it in the microwave for 15-20 seconds, and had myself a hot turkey and cheese melt. Granted, I was only able to eat 2.5 of those. It filled me up, and I was able to tolerate it. But I still will say my favorite thing so far has been the tuna, especially tuna ranch, because it tastes like beef jerky. So I'll be getting more of that later. I haven't tried hard-boiled or poached eggs yet. I do want to try chili. I've seen a lot of Wendy's chili recipes that is bariatric approved, so I'm going to try to whip up some of that. And then hopefully tomorrow I'll go out and get some tuna for Christmas dinner, Christmas Eve dinner. Now to my favorite part of all the day, my NSVs, which is non-scale victories. And this is over the last 2 or 3 weeks. The other day I was trying on my old jeans that I fit into before surgery, and and they're size 18. I could not fit into them because they were too big. When I mean big, they were 3 of my fists too big in the waist and 2 fists too big in the legs. So no belt was going to help me there. So I was super stoked, which leads me to my next NSV, fitting into a pair of jeans that I was not able to fit into before surgery. So these jeans were a size 16. They're bootleg, so they're straight leg, and I hate them because they were so tight on my calves. Well, I tried them on size 16, and they fit. and they fit comfortably, not super tight. I could get them buttoned. I didn't have to use like a rubber band. They weren't too tight on my calves, and I actually ended up needing to purchase a belt because my britches kept on falling down. So I got a belt and they worked fine. But that was my second one. And another one, my third, would be I am in an extra large t-shirt now. I went from a 2XL down to just an XL. Hoodies, I'm in XL. But when I try on my like t-shirts that I would wear prior to surgery, they're huge. I am like floating in them. So that's it just tickles me pink. The next one I was ecstatic about. I used to have to wear or dry off with a beach towel because I was not able to get a towel to fully wrap around me. And the other day I was in the shower and I got out and I wrapped a towel around me and it fit. And when I say it fit, yes, I was able to wrap it from like here and have it fold over, so none of my leg or stomach or inappropriate parts were showing. So oh God, it made me feel so good. I felt normal. Like, you guys all know or have experienced having to dry off with a huge towel and that feeling you get when you finally fit into a normal size towel is, I can't even begin to describe how exciting that is. May not seem like a big deal, but it kind of was. Also, there's two more on my list. Me and Carl went to Star Wars, and they had like the comfortable chairs, like the ones that you can recline in. And I had a panic attack because I have not been to a movie theater in over 2 or 3 years, because the last time I was there was with my family. I could barely fit into the chair. And I had a mini panic attack because I'm like, oh my God, am I going to fit in this chair? Is it going to be too small? Like, am I going to be uncomfortable? And I sat down and I fit. And I had room on either side, and I was ecstatic. And for once, I felt confident at that point. I was like, it works. Like, this is one thing that just makes me feel really good, because I'm still nervous about fitting in the chairs at work because they're smaller, but I'm hoping, I don't want to get my hopes up, but I'm hoping that I'll fit in those chairs too. The last one happened tonight when I was over at my parents' house. My mom brought out her knee-high boots to show me, and for shits and giggles, I tried them on, and I got them zipped. I got both of them zipped all the way up to the top. Now, it was kind of a little bit snug. It was really snug, but I got them zipped. And this is a huge deal because I've always wanted to wear knee-high boots, but my calves are 18 inches around, and they're like huge. But now that I'm losing the weight in my lower half finally, I am excited to finally be able to wear boots, like boots with the fur and boots that zip up, and I'm ecstatic for that. And I know that they make the bigger sizes you can buy online, but I want to be able to walk into a store and be like, oh my God, those boots are banging. Let me try them on and have them fit. So I was ecstatic that I was actually able to fit into those. And my mom's like, oh, when the new year comes and Christmas is over, you need to come to Kohl's with me and try on all these boots. And it made me excited because it's something that I'll be able to experience with her, something I'll be able to do. So I don't know. I love that I got this surgery. I know a week and a half out I was having a lot of issues, like internally. I wasn't able to tolerate protein, and it took like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks to figure out I couldn't tolerate whey protein. And I did. I had many meltdowns where I would turn to Carl and be like, was this a mistake? Was this the biggest mistake that I've ever made? Why did I do this to myself? I'm having so many more issues now than I did before. I wish I could reverse it. And in that moment, I hated it. I hated this surgery. I hated what I did to myself. But it got better. And even Carl would say, hey, you did this for a reason. You knew what you were getting into. It is not a mistake. I'm going to be here every step of the way with you. and this is just a learning curve. You're going to get past it. We'll figure out what's going on, and it'll get better. And it did. And I told myself, oh, I'm never going to have the buyer's remorse or whatever. And I thought I knew everything about this surgery prior to getting it done. And I thought I was ready, and I'm going to be the kick-ass patient that follows everything to a T. And everything fell apart once I had it done, because everybody's different and everybody loses weight at a different speed, and everybody's body tolerates protein differently. And I just so happen to be the slim population that doesn't tolerate the whey protein. And it's been an adventure, and it has totally been worth it. And I went back to work tonight to hand in some papers saying I could come back to work, and people were like, wow, you look so great. Like, you lost so much weight. You look fantastic. And to hear that from people that I work with, it really made me feel good. Not that I care, because, I mean, it is what it is. I know that in my head, I know I've lost weight, but also then again, I'm struggling to see it myself. And so it takes time for your mind to catch up with the way that your body looks. And it will take time, and it will, once it hits and once it's like, yes, I'm doing this, then it's going to get even better from here. I mean, the only way that I can go right now is up. Well, I guess is down, because you don't want to go up. But yeah, sorry this is so long. I tried to make it quick, but it's quicker than the other one. So if you have comments, concerns, let me know. I'm going to post my Facebook page down below, also my Instagram. So if you want to follow me, you can follow me. If not, oh well. We'll see you guys later, and have a Merry Christmas. And if I don't talk to you before the New Year, Happy New Year.